Hello everyone, this is Grace and I'm here with Albert, one of my friends, and we want to talk about motivation
Yes.
and giving people inspiration, helping them to cope with COVID and everyday life. So I'm going to introduce you to Albert. Albert, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm very, very well.
Lovely.
Yeah, so how are you doing today?
Oh, not much. Just sitting, enjoying the heat at work, and
Yeah,
gonna have a nice chat with you now.
cool. So, now this topic we're having today was inspired by um, something that just happened right now. So I was hanging out with Alba, and the gentleman came in. He was supposed to be doing a track and trace on a tenant. So, unfortunately, he's gone all the way to the sixth floor, and his client that he was supposed to test was not there. And it's a very hot day. So to now do all that traveling and then get to where you're going, and then the person that you're supposed to meet is not there, that would be very, very upsetting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be, but that gentleman seems very relaxed and cool with what
Yeah,
he was doing. Just
yeah.
like he
Very
wasn't really,
cheerful.
yeah, he wasn't bothered. He just done his job.
I
He
know.
went there, and the person wasn't there, so he could return back to his vehicle.
Exactly.
But
And then I don't know why you're looking at me like that for. Anyway, I proceeded to say hello to him and I asked him about whether he was able to see the person. And then I just said to him as a joke, why doesn't he do the track and trace on me? And then he says, maybe he can take me to his house to do the track and trace. And I thought, well, fine. Do you have food in your house? And I come on and he can do a track and trace. Okay, we're keeping this PG. But anyway, he said, oh, he's got jollof rice. What do I like? I said, fine, I can get my things now and we go. And he just laughed and went.
but you forgot he offered you jollof rice?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it? But anyway, for all my listeners, it was just a joke. He was just joking. Well, and Albert said to me, what did you say when that happened?
Well, I just thought that man had a lift. His face went all. It was like you made his day. No matter that you didn't see that tenant to give her that to give her the what you call it,
The track and trace.
track and trace.
Yeah,
That man leave the building smiling.
I know. And then we were talking about how it's so important that,
Yes.
when we meet people, we don't know what they're going through. And it would be nice if just a smile would lift somebody's day, make their day. Just to say hello, how are you doing? Just a wave.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it to only people that we know or people that we like. People that we just meet on the street.
Yeah, because sometimes there are people out there need that help and we don't know. Because we're looking at them from the outside.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are different. Sometimes they're good on the outside. But inside it's a different story.
Exactly.
So it's nice to communicate, and sometimes people can tell you how they're really feeling because they hear your voice, voice in the word. So, yeah, I think it was a good day, and it's going to only get better.
I know. I met this woman, homeless woman. Apparently, which is quite funny, she used to live in this building.
Yeah.
But when I met her, I didn't know she lived in this building, and she was asking me for money. And she said any amount of money would be fine. She just wants somewhere to sleep that night. And so we got talking. And then I said to her, okay, would she like to come down with me and I'll get her a bottle of water for her dog? And then I got her some food from Morrison. So when she started walking with me towards here, she looked at the building. She said, do you live here? I said, yes. She said, I used to live here. I said, are you serious? She said, yes, she used to live in this building. And apparently she used to live with her boyfriend. And her boyfriend was very abusive. So one day, she pretended she was going to buy something, took her bag, and then left with her dog, and she never came back.
Yeah, I'm aware of the lady you're talking about.
Yeah. And then she was saying that unfortunately she can't get the rest of her things, and the council won't give her accommodation unless she can prove who she is. But the guy won't let her in, and then even the council tried to take the guy to court, he never shows up. So that day, then she was saying to me how every time she approaches people, they all look away, and it makes her feel inhuman. And it's like all she just wants is somebody to just smile and say hi, and that would just make her day.
But I think because people get to know her so much, as I said, I think I know the person. I think they get fed up with her now because sometimes all she do is sit and beg, and she got that dog, and that dog is like, that's a help to her too, because
Yeah, she
no
said
one want to see the dog go hungry neither. So
But
I
she-
think she gets good money on
No,
this.
she said that one time, because most of the places that you can go to sleep in, they don't allow dogs.
Yeah,
So because of it, the places that she can go to sleep, they charge more money because they want money for the dog.
yeah, yeah.
And very few places would take, because some people will say, oh, we'll take you there and pay for you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she can only go there in the evening,
Yeah,
so she
yeah.
needs the money. And then she said one time she didn't have any money, she slept at the train station, and then some young boys came out, were attacking her dog started barking, and they started peeing on her dog. And the dog was so upset and then was barking even more. And they called the police. The police came, didn't even ask her what happened, and just took her dog away.
Yeah,
And then her dog was put in the pound or somewhere.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
when she went back to get the dog, she doesn't know what happened to the dog there, but the dog changed. And he doesn't like being around people, you know. And so now she fears sleeping outside, which is quite sad, you know. But anyway, what brought up the story was what she was saying, and what another homeless person has also said to me, that the way people treat them like they're not humans. That even if you don't have any money to give them, it'd be nice to just smile, just to acknowledge them,
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
them
yeah.
feel like I do exist, I'm a human being.
But you know, as certain people see you doing the same thing over and over, and you're not trying to do nothing else to help yourself, then people tend to get fed up. It's not like they're treating you bad, but they just had enough of you. So they just, in their mind, they're saying like, you need to do something now and stop doing this, you know?
Yeah, but I also found that, you know, there's this TV program where it's a rich kids go thing, not go scheme, and or broke, something like that. And from watching the program, I started realizing that it's not that easy for them, because they're stuck in a rut where you cannot get accommodation because you don't have ID, and you cannot go and get ID because you don't have accommodation. You can't get a job because you don't have a residential address, and you can't get a residential address because you don't have a job to pay the rent.
Yep,
So
yep.
they're stuck in a cycle where they can't help themselves,
Oh yeah, that's true.
you know.
But
And
you-
most times they have to, when they go to council and stuff, the council wants proof of who you are and stuff like that so they can put you somewhere.
Yeah.
But you cannot provide those proof, because if you go to the place that you're supposed to get the proof, it's impossible for you to get it.
Well, I don't know what to say about that one, but I think like if you got ID, it's really important. If you got ID, you can get a lot of things. So
Yeah,
if
but,
you-
but most
you-
of them can't get ID.
Why? Well, if you're living in this country, you should got ID.
Yeah, but because of this, apparently because of the situation, so sometimes it was because maybe they had to run away from home because they were being abused or something. So you leave everything and then you run off.
But why you
And
don't
then you
report that
travel
to the
so
police?
far away. But most times
If, I think if you want your documents and you live in somewhere and you can't get them, and they're important documents, you can call the police and tell the police you want to arrange to get your things. They will sort that out for you.
But that's what she's saying. That what happened is, whenever she tries to go there to get it, the guy is not available.
Oh, yeah.
And then the council now decided to take him to court. But every time there's a court case, he doesn't show up.
Well, that means that the flat is vacant. That means you don't want the flat.
No, but the flat, he is there. That's the problem.
He's there, but he's not complying.
He's not complying.
Okay, all right.
So she's stuck now in a rut where she can't help herself because she doesn't have the money to go chasing it up in the court. She only rely on the
Yeah.
council. And there's only so much that the council can do.
Yeah, the council can't do nothing. That's
Yeah.
the police job. Right?
So, and then the police, most times, there's only so much they
And
can
the police
do.
can't really force that.
So
man to do what he wants.
exactly. So people's hands are tied, and as a result,
She's
stuck.
She's stuck.
She can't move
Yeah.
forward. So now she can't get accommodation because she has no ID.
Maybe
you know.
her passport is in the house or her driver's license.
Yeah.
Those are important things. So she just is in a position that it could be going on for a long time.
I know, and you know, most times when you've complained and you've tried so many places and you can't get any help, it can start affecting you emotionally and
Oh,
mentally,
yes,
and
it
you
can
start
send you
breaking
crazy.
down,
Yeah.
and you start breaking down, and then you give up,
And then
and then
that's when
end
you
up
start
taking,
getting
you start
help.
accepting your situation.
Or they wait till you mad or go ill to start to help you.
Yeah.
Now you're strong.
And most times, even when you got mad, the help
But
you
the
get
thing
is not that much help
The thing
anyway.
is, her position, it's her problem. No one can solve it, but she can't get it. If she can't get that documents from her boyfriend, the police can't get them because it's his house. He don't have to answer his phone to the police.
Exactly.
You understand? So she's in a position where she just have to wait.
But how long is she gonna wait? Because
That's why
she
I said
cannot get into the
It
flat.
could be forever.
Exactly.
could
So
be
that's why
forever.
where it then get to the point where the person is now completely stuck and they cannot do anything and nobody can help them.
It get to a point where it start to, as we just said, get
Affecting
to
them mentally,
mental state. Yeah?
physically,
Yeah, everything
emotionally.
you can have a breakdown.
And living on the street is very, very hard. You see the weather where it's so hot, no place to go. It's raining, no place to go. It's snowing, no place to go. Sometimes some of them stand on the street all day long and don't get any money at all, even to eat something. Much less have enough money to go and pay to sleep
But I know
somewhere.
she used the dog for protection, does she?
She says the dog is the only friend because her friends all of a sudden no longer talk to her because she met those friends through him. And so they took his side. So now the only family she has is that dog. Apparently she came from another country.
Yep. She's from, I'm forgetting the name of the country, Bulgaria.
Yeah. So
Bulgaria.
she came from another country and then the friend she met was through him. And so all of them have taken his side. So she feels truly alone, and the only thing that means the world to her is her dog.
But like I said, the guy she's talking about, he don't live here anymore.
He doesn't.
No. He live at a block of flats. But she's still with the guy. I still see her with him.
She's gone back to the guy now.
He moved from here, he gone to other block of flats, and she's there.
She's at that flat now.
Yeah, that's where she goes when she finished do her job on the streets on the day, whatever she does. That's where she goes after.
Oh, she goes there.
Yeah.
So see, that's a lot. Part of the problem why people don't like helping people because people who are lying. You know people that a lot of people. You find people that are lying, and then that one person that treats you that way makes you feel like I'm not gonna help any more person.
That's right. That's
because, that's sad if that's what she's doing.
That lady take drugs. Because I know who you're talking about. Her boyfriend used to live here, get evicted. He's staying in Middleton Road now. He's staying in another area.
Yeah.
And I saw her in and out.
Go on.
As we were saying, she's still with the boyfriend. She's in and out with him. When night catch, they all link up together. So he, and the dog, and she know what she's doing.
Wow.
She knows it. I know her for too long.
That is so sad.
And she's not a bad person either.
Yeah, but
it's just.
Even then. Maybe she wasn't in that situation at the time when I met her. Maybe she was really, really homeless. Maybe she's got to the point where she found that nobody could help her, so she went back to him.
When she say homeless, she can find somewhere to sleep on the night. The positions where she put herself to stay is freelancing for her. I can lay here and I can make money, and then I could go home whenever I want. It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, if that's what she's doing, then it's wrong because what she's doing now is she's making it difficult for people who really need help to get help.
Yeah. Because
when somebody works so hard and they have very little money, and then out of that very little money, they're using it to help somebody else, only to find out that the person is scamming them. It can harden them and make them not want to help anybody else.
Yeah.
And then when you find somebody that truly needs help, you don't help them because you remember being scammed, and you start assuming every other person is there trying to scam you too.
And the reason why much people might be a bit angry with her because everyone knows her. She's there all the time at the tube station. She's there. She got the dog with her. People know that, and they're saying that she's not doing better for herself. She's not selling a issue of, people like, they used to sell in big issues. She's not doing nothing like, her job is to stay there with that dog. People admire that dog. And when you got an animal with you, you tend, like, a lot of people pity that animal.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to come to help you because
they
of the animal.
You. They say that people love animals, although we are animals too ourselves. People don't like me like how they like a dog.
People, that's because I feel that's what I right now. It might change in the future, but right now I feel that the reason people are more sympathetic to animals than humans is because animals are more helpless
and they're more kind too
than humans. Not necessarily.
Most animals are more kinder than humans.
Well, not necessarily all of them, but still, because people view them as being helpless and can't speak for themselves, have nobody to speak for them. So they tend to be more kind to animals than
get
humans.
More attention than
Exactly. But anyway.
But after saying that, she uses that dog, and I know she uses that dog, or that dog draws people to her. It's not a beautiful dog, but
it's a lovely dog.
It's a big dog.
It's big, lovely
and
dog.
And you can't miss it.
Yeah, it's a big, lovely dog.
Yeah.
But I don't think the dog doesn't seem to be.
No, she treats it well.
Food. I mean, the dog seems to be uncomfortable around people, but I'm guessing it may be because of the incident she described. So the dog seems to be uncomfortable. And I suppose with that, telling that story, if she tells people that same story all the time, then that will make people want to give her more money all the time because they want to help the dog.
It's a nice story to get a start.
I know, but that was very horrible because she got about £20 from me that evening. Plus, I went shopping for her, only to now find that she's scamming me.
And glasses, black glasses?
I can't remember what she looked like. I even had to go to my house and get one of my son's jumper because it was quite cold that evening. And I took one of my son's jumper and gave to her so that she can keep warm.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's saying, even finding out that she just scammed me, it's still not going to change me stopping people.
I won't say she scammed you. I would just say she got a meal of you. It's not a scam.
No, it's a scam.
No.
It is a scam to use a dog that way when you have somewhere to stay and you're saying you start telling me a story about how your dog was attacked and how the dog was put in a pound.
Yes,
you're trying to draw sympathy out of me in order to take something to get something out of me.
I believe that happened.
No, I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm not saying that it didn't happen with the dog. What I'm saying is, if she's not really homeless, and then
she can find somewhere to sleep,
then that means she scammed me, and which is not good. Because that money could have gone to someone else. It could have gone to someone that really needed it. So that was scamming. But I'm not going to let that stop me helping someone else.
She can go to her friend wherever he live and stay. And I know because I see her going there. He got a new place.
Yeah.
And he shouted me the other day. And I say hello. Because I know his whole family over there. And I see she with the dog.
Okay.
So she's not homeless. It's a way of making money to take home to get them their drugs and their food. And they do it every day. He don't do it, but she would do it.
That's very ridiculous. But anyway.
And she's been doing it for years, even when she was living here.
Are you serious?
Even when she was living here.
Wow.
Even when she was living here, she was going down to the tube station with the dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's scamming then?
Oh yeah, it's a bit scamming.
That's scamming. You're scamming people. Because if you have...
It's to make money.
It's to make money, to support your drug habits. So that's scamming.
Because you're going to get a job now.
What's the point of getting a job when she can get free money?
Yeah. You're going to go and get a job.
No, she's not. When she can get free money from using her dog.
Because they see her all the time. And she does it. And she go down to the bus stop with the dog.
Yeah.
And walk up and down in front of people like this. Like... It's a technique, you got to know.
But then, the day that I bought her those groceries, when I left and I crossed the road and I looked back, I saw her. She was giving some of the things I bought her to the homeless people that were standing around there.
Oh, them is her friends.
Yeah, because when I entered the shop, I didn't see any homeless person there. So when I came out and bought those things for her and I gave it to her, and I crossed over and I looked back, I saw her, she walked over to those people and I started giving them some other things. And I thought that was so sweet.
Because
for her to do
they
that.
can see what she's doing from her side. They can, they know what she's doing. It's two other guys too. It's,
But most of those people there are actually homeless.
yeah. Well,
And they must be
themselves
upset.
homeless.
They must be upset to see her do all this. Unless maybe whenever she gets what she gets, she comes to share. it. So
they divide it. They do, that's what at night. These people know where to go at night. At night time when night get cold or anything, if it's cold, these people know where to go. They got this little flat there up on the side where one friend running it and all them in there doing whatever they're doing. They know what they're doing.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's sad for she because
But that's the reason why.
she's such a beautiful woman, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the reason why I tend to not give money anymore. I go into the shop and I buy you chicken and chips, or I go into the like Morrison or Sainsbury and I buy like bagels and stuff. And I'd rather give you the food than give you the money. Because that way I just look at it as okay, just somebody I invited somebody to my house, they ate food and that's it.
Having said that, I was at where the spoons in would ring last week, afternoon time, and I see this man on the streets all the time, bareback, a rough man. He is mentally ill. He's cussing everybody. He don't want to know you. Just cusses you. Yeah. I say at the pub, and the man walk up to me like this, put his hand out like that. I laugh. You know why I laugh?
Why?
Because no one had done that to me for a long time.
Really?
I had £2 in my pocket. I take it out. Everyone was there watching, you know. I was outside the pub. People were sitting. They got the glass. They could see outside. I didn't realize they were watching me. I was sitting there. You know. I said, "Let me get this man some change." Because I just bought a drink, and I remember £2 come back. I give the man the £2 like that, and I hear. When I look back, the people in the pub was clapping.
Wow.
This is a black man, shirtless. Yeah. Shirtless, cussing everybody like he's not well. To me, know that.
Yeah.
The people just clapped. And I look back like that, I was like, what's that for? But then I realized it was because they were watching me. A guy that was sitting inside with these people that was clapping, the man walked out the pub and just what he done.
Well.
He gave the man £20.
Oh.
The man had £22 in the space of 3 minutes.
Oh, that's so
I just
nice.
thought like, wow.
That is so nice.
Yeah. Now this man, cuss the man ain't going on.
Well, that's because he's mentally unwell.
Yeah, the man said, I don't want one of the money. You think I want one of the money? Of course you want the money. You take the money and go and look at him.
I know.
And the people just laughing because they know that he's not well.
Yeah, he's not well, that's why. He's not well. Well, that's life for you, isn't it?
I just tell you about sometimes, and next time I wouldn't give him nothing. Sometimes it's my feeling, how I feel at the time. Sometimes people asking me, well, I don't get much people begging me, but much people don't beg me nothing. It's only my friends that beg me.
Yeah, but I find a lot of the homeless people, most of them don't actually approach people these days to beg because they've got told off so many times that they feel so uncomfortable going to go and beg somebody for something. Hello, how are you?
I can go in the back and lay down after.
So it's been an interesting conversation.
Yes, it was.
And I'm very, very thankful that you're able to share this with me and my listeners.
Yeah, I really enjoyed doing it. I wish it can happen some more, but
yeah, don't worry. We'll have some more talks.
Yes.
So, and then share it with my listeners.
Small talks.
I know.
Small talk keep the world going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a good one. I like that. Small talk keeps the world going. Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for listening, and look forward to seeing you again. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Grace. Have a blessed day.
Okay.
I go use your journal.